On the issue of AI, like I said earlier, we have a responsibility as a government agency. And one of the responsibilities includes protecting the Nigerian economy. When I was young, the communication is ireje osinu photo, meaning that you cannot do any editing. Now we have a situation. When we started this policy, it was a global crisis. We got queried from UK. The UK government asked us to substantiate, and we wrote back to them. I have been in my office where somebody was telling us that a client in Nigeria briefed an agency in London to create adverts. The agency did not even touch our own market at all. Everything was done there. Payment done there. So how do we ensure we grow our economy? Now, if we leave a small window called AI, we've had this conversation before now. AI will continue to grow. And we need to ensure that as much as we embrace technology, we did not embrace it at the expense of our own market. Yes, we have AI. Copies are more done by AI. You can even generate ads from beginning to completion with AI. But when you are using model, Nigerians need jobs. Nigerians need to take compensation. So bring us into the conversation. Let us also be part of it. So the whole primary purpose, we don't want variation. Please, even stop applying for variation. But we are selling brand managers. Go to Nigerians, bring them. We have babies, we have old people, we have young voices, we have beautiful faces. So don't tell us that these things are AI generated. I did it. How do we even verify? We don't have a software to even verify if this is AI generated. Extremely wrong, unethical and unprofessional. You cannot say, like we had an event like this, and we took picture of everybody, and we want to run an ad, and we start putting your face on the screen. It is not done. You don't use a model without a model in this form. In my own office alone, we have more than 10 different petitions from people that have been complaining or have complained that they have used without their permission. We currently have an agreement with the Nigerian Copyright Commission. We have a text there that anybody that violates copyright, you don't put people's face. Now, you send the material in, and they say, identify this. If you look at an advert, for example, there are two critical elements, copy and ad duration. Now, if you are looking in terms of the content, in terms of talent, then you talk of human being. Now, when you bring this material, the first thing is to say, this person, who is it? This person, they are not broke. Their face are there. What if we approve such a material and we have another round of petition to say we attended the party, they are using our face? So that material was queried on ethical issues. That was the reason. And we all understand as practitioners that we need to draw the line. We are the gatekeepers of advertising, like every one of us. So the responsibility of ASP is looking beyond the creativity of or the liberty of the creativity. We're looking at the legality. We're looking at everything. So when you bring a party situation and you say you didn't even know these people, you didn't even know where they exist, you just took the picture and you want that same material approved, and you think that if ASP has approved that material, I will query them because I have the power to query them. So that is on that. And I have to tell them, if you are using any talent in your ad material, you must have a contact with the person. You must be able to identify the person so that if we need to query that particular advert, so you now said no, and those people we just took the picture and they have gone, we don't even know them, and you want to use them to advertise your material. Is that ethical? So that is an issue. It is not because they took a decision. That is number one. Number two.
For AI, we even accept cartoons that are generated through AIs. But if they look like human being, like Mrs. Owoduni's AI, generated AI images, then it's not acceptable.
The institution of the Advertising Standards Panel has been highlighted earlier on. We have members from NAFDAC and all the other sectoral bodies. When you submit food, drugs, cosmetics, any product that has to do with human consumption of it must have a product certificate from NAFDAC. That is number one. Whatever claims you make will be secondary. The first thing is NAFDAC product certificate must be attached. Now, there's a reason why we have a NAFDAC representative when we sit as ASP. We are communication experts. In the food and drugs industry, they are pharmaceutical and chemistry experts. For example, you make a claim for a drug. We are just communication experts who look at it from the point of view of communication and the code. But we've had several instances during our sittings where our NAFDAC representative continually tells us we must make sure that these claims, in fact, we get product samples, the NAFDAC rep looks at the product, looks at the packaging, and immediately says they cannot make that claim. Because that person has the expertise in that specific area of drugs and food consumption. So we do not take it for granted. There is a code, there's an article in the code that says all materials that require regulatory approvals must come with regulatory approvals. Bank advertisements, you must have your CBN license attached. In insurance, you must have your NICOM certification attached. All these are just basic requirements, and I'm not sure it is out of place for us to ensure that you are professionally aligned with the industry in which the product that you are advertising comes from. So that is that. Now, you mentioned something about a claim from somebody who says a direct voice, maybe a testimonial that says I'm the most beautiful girl in Nigeria. How can you make that claim? On what basis is that person making that, even if it is ad lib? You see, we have to be careful what we communicate to the public.